What's going on, family? What's going on? In this lesson, I'm going to share some information on how to upgrade our minds. And not only that, I'm going to share information on how my TwinFlame is helping me time travel. Right? So, in my previous videos, I shared on how to feel, how to collect DNA, how to read your birth chart, and how to use the zodiac compass to move around, right? And as I was doing research inward, I came across something that was interesting. And one day on Earth is equal to 1,000 years, right? One day on Earth is equal to 1,000 years. And then it had me thinking about the zodiac clock and the wheel and how everything works, right? So the sun being masculine, that is the conscious mind, and the moon being feminine is the subconscious mind, right? So the sun stays stationary in the zodiac sign for 30 days before it switches. Then the moon cycles through every zodiac sign between 1 to 4 days, meaning your subconscious, which is feminine, we experience the same emotions every single time. It repeats itself over and over and over. We repeat the same emotions with our subconscious, with the moon, over and over and over. And we repeat the same thing with the sun every 30 days. Right? Now, check this out. When time traveling, it is very important to remember your patterns and how you move through each constellation of light when the moon shifts and goes into the next zodiac sign. Right? So, when that happens, this is what you do. So what I did June 30th, I experienced November the 6th, 2023. And what I did was this. So I wanted to see my TwinFlame and give her a birthday card because her birthday was close. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go see how she's doing and say what up. So I went June 30th. The moon was in Leo. Now, mind you, there's two energies within her birth chart that I was focusing on, right? And she happens to be a Leo. So when the moon was in Leo, I went to where she was to go see her, right? And she was there, but she was on lunch. So I was there for a little bit and then left. And then November 6th comes along and the moon is back in the same sign. It's back in Leo. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if I go at this time while the moon is in Leo, will I still be able to see this individual or not? I didn't know what I was doing. So I just went and tried it. And on the app it said at 2:39 p.m. the moon is going to shift into Virgo. And mind you, that other energy is in her birth chart. So I was like, you know what? If I go up there, maybe she'll be able to feel that these energies in me are healed and something will click. But what happened was I was on the bus and I was focusing on what I did June 30th and going to see her. And if you look at one of my videos, you'll see when that was, because I have a video of a giant mushroom cloud that looks like a spaceship. I was on the bus going that way, right? And the way I was feeling in here, like when you can feel your twin flame, like I stated in one of my videos, you'll feel a heavy magnetism in your heart. Like you'll feel it. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it feels a certain way to where you connected with this person and you feel it. And I focused on that feeling the entire time as I was going to where I was going. And what happened was, when I got there, she was not there, but everything else that happened when she wasn't there happened. Had I been just a tad bit earlier on my thinking or creative visualization, because what happened was it played out exactly how I thought it. And I missed the first part by thinking it. So it played out exactly how I thought it. The same two people that I saw on June 30th were there. They both said the same thing, same handshake, same actions. It was even the same daylight. Everything was the same, except for what I really wanted, which was to give her this birthday card. But because I followed the planets and the energy aligned, I was able to repeat the same thing that happened June 30th on November the 6th. So what you can do is, since we repeat the same emotions subconsciously every single time, I've gotten to a point to where I can pinpoint the exact same moment and either rewind, fast forward, or create something new. All because of the moon and the angle of light. So let's say, so the moon is in Sagittarius right now, and it's going to cycle back around in Sagittarius pretty soon. But it's not going to be in Aquarius anymore. It's going to be in Pisces. Even though the masculine has changed, the feminine emotions will still be the same, right? So when you come back to Sagittarius, even though it's in Pisces, you can experience the same thing over, and over again, if you choose to. If you remember your patterns, you can do whatever you want. See what I'm saying? But what happens is, when we are in these constellations, right, and you focus on one day being 1,000 years, right? Look at it like a chamber. This is why I was displaying the energy relationships as chambers. So right now, it's Aquarius and Sagittarius relationship. We're going to be in this chamber for about 1,000 to 4,000 years, right? So within this 1,000 to 4,000 years, we need to be gathering all the information about this relationship between Aquarius and Sagittarius. You see what I'm saying? This is what I was talking about in my previous videos about these relationships. Each constellation is a chamber of learning the masculine side and the feminine side of the brain to learn these relationships so you can function. But what the problem is the planets throw everything off emotionally, because the planets rule this sign and signs rule this, and then we have the conjunctions and the sextiles and the natals. It throws the emotions for a twist, right? And once we get a hold of that, we can create our own reality, literally. I'm living proof. I'm sitting there having a ball with this, rewinding, fast forwarding, starting over, doing this, rewinding, fast forwarding, starting over. Like, I figured out how to do this, and now I'm sharing it.